Alright, I'm going to read an excerpt from Grimm's Complete Fairy Tales, the story of King Thrushbeard. The king had a daughter who was beautiful beyond all measure, but so proud and haughty withal that no suitor was good enough for her. She sent away one after the other, and ridiculed them as well. Once the king made a great feast and invited thereto, from here and far, all young men likely to marry. They were all marshalled in a row, according to their rank and standing. First came the kings, then the grand dukes, then the princes, then the earls, then the barons, and their gentry. Then the king's daughter was led through the ranks, but to every one she had some objection to make. One was too fat, the wine cask, she said. Another was too tall, long and thin as little inn. The third was too short, short and thick is never quick. The fourth was too pale as death. The fifth too red, a fighting cock. The sixth was not straight enough, a green log dried behind the stove. So she had something to say against every one, and she made herself especially merry over a good king who stood quite high up in the row, and whose chin had grown a little crooked. Well, she cried and laughed, he has a chin like a thrush's beak. And from that time he got the name of King Thrushbeard. The old king, when he saw what his daughter did nothing but mock the people, and despised all suitors who had gathered there, was very, very angry. And he swore that she should have for her husband the very first beggar that came to his doors. A few days afterwards, a fiddler came and sang beneath the windows, trying to earn a small alms. When the king heard him, he said, "Let him come up." So the fiddler came in his dirty ragged clothes, and sang before the king and his daughter. And when he had ended, he had asked for a trifling gift. The king said, "Your song has pleased me so well that I shall give you my daughter there to wife." The king's daughter shuddered, but the king said, "I have taken an oath to give you the very first beggar man, and I will keep it." All she said was in vain. The priest was brought, and she had to let herself be wedded to the fiddler on the spot. When that was done, the king said, "Now it is not proper for you, a beggar woman, to stay any longer in my palace. You must go away with your husband." The beggar man led her out by the hand. She was obliged to walk away on foot with him. When they came to a large forest, she asked, "To whom does this beautiful forest belong to?" "It belongs to King Thrushbeard. If you had taken him, it would have been all yours." "Ah, unhappy girl that I am, if I had but taken King Thrushbeard." Afterwards they came to a meadow, and she asked again, "To whom does this beautiful green meadow belong?" "It belongs to King Thrushbeard. If you had taken him, it would have been yours." "Ah, unhappy the girl that I am, if I had but taken King Thrushbeard." Then they came to a large town. She asked again, "To whom does the large town belong?" "It belongs to King Thrushbeard. If you had taken him, it would have been yours." "Ah, unhappy girl that I am, if I had but taken King Thrushbeard." "It does not please me," said the fiddler, "to you always wishing for another husband. Am I not good enough for you?" At last they came to a very little hut. She said, "Oh goodness, what a small house! To whom does this miserable, mean hovel belong?" The fiddler answered, "That is my house and yours, and we shall live here together." She had to stoop in order to get to the low door. "Where are the servants?" asked the king's daughter. "What servants?" answered the beggar man. "You must yourself do what you wish to have done. You make a fire at once, set the water to cook my supper. I am quite tired." The king's daughter knew nothing about lighting fires or cooking, and the beggar man had to lend a hand himself to get anything fairly done. When they had quite finished their scanty meal and went to bed, he had forced her to get up quite early the next morning in order to look after the house. I'll pause there for right now. bit of luck. That was a chit.